Hey everybody, I'm Rick. Welcome to Talking Habs, where you get your daily fix of Bleu Blanc Rouge. So welcome in. We got game number 32. Game number 32, Montreal is in Minnesota to take on the Wild, a team they don't do well against, really. I've got those numbers. I've got preview. I've got Habs news. I've got, I've got the lineups. Well, sort of. My thoughts on the lineups because the official lineups aren't out as I'm filming this. I have the stats for the game, and I also have this little thing. It's our contest, the guess the score contest, guess the score of the game, and the first goal scorer of the game. You can pick that guy from either team, and if you're the first person in the comments with that guess, you win the $10 prize directly into your bank account via Interac. All right, so like I said, I got a few things for you today. So let's get right into it. The Habs number one line of Suzuki, Caulfield, and Slavkovsky is the number 10 line in the NHL by expected goal percentage. That's with a minimum of 100 minutes played at 5-on-5. They're the 10th line, so it didn't take that long for these guys to click. And even though the points aren't really there yet, it's starting to come around. They're playing really well together. There's chemistry there, and this is going to be a big line for Montreal going forward for, I hope, a lot of years. So very interesting, and congratulations to really Slavkovsky for handling the pressure that he's been under and making such great progress over the last few weeks. It's been incredible. In the 11 games since the Wild fired coach Dean Evison, the Wild are 8-3-0 under new coach John Hines, which actually surprises me. I didn't think he's a really good coach, but they're getting the new coach bump, and we'll see how long that lasts. The Wild's goalies, I think this is a big difference here. Is they responded under the new coach. They were they had an 872 save percentage in the first 19 games. Evison got fired, and since then they're 937. So it's a 937 save percentage under Hines, and that's got to be a huge reason. One of the biggest reasons why the Wild have had this surge. So Montreal's still 2 points ahead of them, though. So it's close. Their numbers and everything you're going to see are very close. Habs lost to the Wild in game number 3 this season, and it was the first game after the Kirby Dach injury, so there might have been a little letdown there. Who knows? We'll see how they play today. But in the last 16 games between these two teams, the Habs and the Wild, Montreal has won just once. They're due. They really do. The last win, from what I gather, was in 2013 in Minnesota. So let's see if they can, they're due for a win. With numbers like that, they're due for a win. Just they're going to get a win here and there, even when it's a team that you're jinxed against or they got your number, you're still going to win sometimes. So, all right. So the Leafs, the Toronto Maple Leafs are into women's wear apparently, and they have a bra. So it's called the Leafs bra, and apparently what it does is there's lots of support but no cup. So Leafs bra for all the women, the female Leaf fans, on sale now, out just in time for Christmas. There was, I guess, a survey. I don't know how they came to these numbers, but the most annoying NHL fan base. Which is the most annoying NHL fan base? Now, I know you're out there thinking, yeah, Toronto Maple Leafs. And guess what? You are 100% right. They lead number one, 37%. It was fan vote. 3,620 fans voted on this. It's from J Fresh Hockey. 37% said Toronto, 10% said Ottawa, 9% Edmonton, 9% New York Rangers, 6% the Habs. But I think that's pretty accurate, maybe higher even. But without a doubt, Toronto Maple Leafs have the most annoying fan base. Now, listen, Montreal on Twitter, especially, not that far behind, in my opinion, on Twitter, but everywhere else, not bad. Twitter is a cesspool. So So here's an interesting story that Matt and I talked about a few times, like over a month ago. We were like one of the first people on this subject, and apparently the Habs are on board. It looks like, anyways, reported that the Habs do have interest in discussing a contract extension with Monahan and his camp, and those conversations could take place after the new year. The only way this is wrong is if that's a story from last year. I don't think that's the case at all. Last year he was injured. So, Matt and I have talked about it. I'm definitely on board as long as it's not 8 years. If you sign him for 3-4 years at a really good price, I'd say anything 3.5 million and under, I'm okay with. I think it's a good deal. Monahan is well respected by the players on this team. He's a leader. He loves it here. He's bought into this team and the city, and he's only going to be 29. Like, I'm not sure exactly when, to be honest with you, this year or early next year. But he's young, and look at the way he's playing. I think it's a no-brainer if he'll sign here and take not 5-6 million and not 7 or 8 years. I'm all for that. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. Last thing I'm going to promote is our podcast we recorded last night. It'll be out today. Depending when you're watching it, it might already be out, but it's going to be out at 5 p.m. We have a special guest. So you might remember Luna. She used to be on the show quite regularly. She's come back, and she is on our special guest on Habnormals. We talk about Slavkovsky. We talk about a whole range of things, all Habs related, all Habs all the time on Habs Normals. Check it out. Link is in the description. Not for that one, but if you hit the link that's in the description, it'll get you there. Because it's not out yet. I can't put a link. So Habnormals. All right. Now we get to the preview portion of this video. So the game tonight is the Montreal Canadiens 14-13-4 against the Minnesota Wild in Minnesota. 13-13-4 is their record. Start time is 8 p.m., but we're going to get into that right now, how to watch this game. 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. In the Canadiens region, TSN2 in English, RDS in French. And in the Wild region, Bally Sports North X and Bally Sports Wisconsin X. Streaming ESPN Plus, RDS, and TSN, and where I'm going to watch it on Sportsnet Now. Season series, as I said, early in the season, October 17th. In Montreal, they beat us 5-2. And we're playing tonight, and that's going to be it for the season. Last 10 games, Montreal is 5-3-2 in their last 10 on a 2-game winning streak. And the Wild are 7-3-0, and they won their last game. Home and away, Montreal's away record and their home record are exactly the same, 7-6-0. It makes it, I don't think it's a disadvantage for either team to win here. Maybe with that fact that Montreal's kind of due to win, and their home record, they got a winning record there. They're going to win tonight. Oh, by the way, I'll give you my guess for the Guess the Score contest and bring this paper back in just a minute. Standings. Atlantic standings, top to bottom. Boston, Toronto, Florida, Tampa, Detroit. Tampa moved up into fourth. I don't know. They switched spots. I didn't realize. Then Detroit, Montreal in sixth, holding on to sixth. Buffalo and Ottawa. Rounding it out, Ottawa with the coaching change. We'll see if they get a coach, the coaching bump there, a new coach. I don't know with Jacques Martin. It's going to be boring hockey over there. That's for sure. Okay, the NHL standings, Montreal in 20th place right now. All alone at 32 points. Ahead of them, New Jersey, Coyotes, Red Wings, and then behind them with 31 points, Pittsburgh, St. Louis, Calgary, and the Kraken. Tail of the tape. Scoring chances for percentage. These are blah, 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 possession numbers. 46.5% for Montreal, 27th. 52.2% for the Wild, 10th. Goals per game, 2.71 for Montreal, 27th. And even 3 For the Wild, 20th. That's not that big a difference. Not much at all, actually. Goals against per game, 3.532 for Montreal, 22nd, and 3.20 for the Wild, 19th. So also not much difference. Power play, Montreal's 18% even, 22nd in the league. They're at 17.2%, 23rd. So virtually the same. And on the PK, 73.2% for Montreal, 28th, and 72.2% for Montreal for the Wild, 31st. Again, not much difference. Head to head, they beat us. So we were 0-1-0, and they were 1-0-0. So it's a challenge because we don't usually do well against the Wild for some reason. So hopefully that changes. And as I said, they're going to win sometimes, and they're due to win. Face-offs. Montreal coming into this game at the dot, 54%, third in the league, and they are 44.9%, 30 seconds. So that's a big difference. This is somewhere where Montreal could actually get a big advantage in this game at the dot. Shots on goal allowed and shots on goal for. So allowed, 34.3 for Montreal, 30.8 for the Wild, and shots on goal for, 29.5 for Montreal, 30.3 for them. Not that big a difference. Montreal allows a few more shots per game, but other than that, they're pretty close. Players to watch over the last 5 games for points. Nick Suzuki with 5 for Montreal. Kirill Kaprizov with 4 for the Wild. Goals. Anderson with 3 for Montreal. Kaprizov with 2 for the Wild. Assists, Suzuki with 4 and Kaprizov with 2. And plus minus, Jonathan Kovacevic with a +2 and Joel Eriksson-Ek with a +6 over there for the Wild. Team leaders in goals, Monahan with 9, Eriksson-Ek with 14 points, Suzuki with 26, and Zuccarello with 28. Average time on ice, Matheson 25-18, and Brock Faber 24-21. And wins, Monty with 7, and Philip Gustafsson with 8 for the Wild. Wild top 5 scoring, Zuccarello, 6 goals, 22 assists, 28 points, -3. Kaprizov, 10-17 for 27 points, -3. Eriksson-Ek, 14 and 8 for 22 points, +10. Marco Rossi, 10 goals, 8 assists, 18 points, +6. And Matt Boldy with 8 goals, 10 assists, 18 points, +4. Montreal's top 5, still led by Nick Suzuki with 8 goals, 18 assists, 26 points, and a -7. Cole Caulfield, 8 goals, 14 assists, 22 points. He's even. He's got the same amount of points as his number. Matheson with 5-16 for 21 points and -9. Monahan 9 and 10 for 19 points and a -7. And Alex Newhook still hanging in there. 7 goals, 6 assists, 13 points, -5. Goalies tonight. I'm not sure of the Wild's goalie. It is Monty starting. Monty is 7-4-2, 279 goals against, and a 911 save percentage. No shutouts. It's probably going to be Gustafsson, but because Fleury played the last game, but it might be Fleury because it's Montreal and he usually does well here. But we'll go Gustafsson's numbers: 8-8-2, 291 goals against, and a 906 save percentage. So of those two, I mean, Monty's numbers are better. Now, for the lines, I don't have the lines there. It's a little early for me filming. I got to go out, so I got to do this a little early. They're not out. I'm going to assume, because it was a good game, the last one. They won. I don't think it's going to change. So the lines last time were Suzuki, Caulfield, Slav. That's not changing. Evans, Monahan, and Anderson have played well. I don't think that's changing. Dvorak, Armia, and Gallagher, I don't see that changing. And then you got Stevens, Pizzetta, and Ullinen. Maybe Heineman gets added in here somewhere on the third or fourth line. That's where the change might happen for me. Other than that, I think this is the lineup. And then defensive pairings: Matheson, Savard, Gouli, Barron, Struble, Kovacevic. If they put Harris in, Harris might be ready. That could change it. I don't know how it'll work. I don't know who would come out, to be honest with you. They're all playing pretty good. I don't know who Harris unseats here if he's back in the lineup or whatever. So let me know in the comment section what you think. Give your guess for the Guess the Score contest. And that's pretty much it. I've got the live stream for the game at 7 o'clock. Hopefully you at 8 o'clock, excuse me. I hope you'll all join for that. And then there's the post-game show right after the game. And that's it. So hopefully Montreal actually pulls this off. I'll give you my guess for the Guess the Score contest right now. If you do listen to the podcast when it comes out, you're going to hear me say, I think they lose here. I don't know about that. And going over all the stats and everything, I'm going to give Montreal the win here at 3-2, maybe in overtime. And I'm going to give Jake Evans the first goal because why not? Jake Evans the first goal. Montreal wins 3-2. That's it. That's all. Thanks for watching this preview. Hope you enjoyed it. Leave a comment. Give a thumbs up. And I'll see you at 7 for the live stream, for the hangout. Matt will be joining me. And hopefully we'll have a lot of fun and Montreal will win this game. Till then, stay safe out there. Peace out. Keep your stick on the ice. Go Habs, go. We'll see you later. Ciao, everybody.